Welcome back, racers. I hope you're all doing very well. Now, this weekend we were racing at Laguna Seca for round 4, 5 and 6 of the Btcc Championship. Now, as you can see on the screen, these are the standings from previous week, guys, after round 1, 2 and 3. So our competition is definitely up there for trying to lead the championship this weekend. There was some absolute fantastic racing, along with some highs and some lows. So with that said, let's just get straight into the qualifying, and let's see how we start on the grid, guys.
Lead whip might be an issue here, might be a bit close to them. Saved it. That's a good bend, that's a good bend. Please, Lee, move out the way. What's up, Pete? How are you, sir? This could be a quick one, boys. This could be pole. I don't know if it's going to be pole. I was a bit slow there. Right, we are second on the grid. Few people have not turned up. They're a bit late to the championship tonight. So race 2 probably be about 13 people. I was expecting 16, to be fair.
Right, so here we go. We are in second on the grid. Let's see how our launch is off the grid here, guys. We get a fantastic launch straight up into first. That looks like Drum Mac's got the inside line as well, coming down into bend 1. Ginger's there as well. We're going to have to let him through. We can't shut the door on him. We'll just tuck him behind him, as you can see. We got Lee Witt going around the outside. Bit of contact there, boys. Woo! So all around corner 1 safe. A little nudge there by Lee Whip again. He's now up our inside, so we're fully aware that he's there. He pulls out of it though. Good racing there, Lee.
Right, okay, let's get this lap going here. Let's get something smooth going.
I'm surprised everyone got through that first corner. So here we go. We're all settled in now, kind of, you know, in a line, nice and knit pack. As we come up to the absolute worst corner, and as you see, we have a little look there just to try and make him go a little bit more defensive, so we can get a better run out. We're never going to overtake there, but we wanted them to think like we was. Now we're coming up into the corkscrew for the first time of the championship, guys. Lee Whip makes an, you know, some sort of lunge there. Not sure what that's all about, but we benefit from that. Right, a bit of the sausage there. So unfortunately, it does slow you down when you hit those sausages on the inside of the corner. And again, we ride the sausage.
We need to catch Ginger a little bit here.
So anyone that knows this track, you definitely don't want to be hitting those sausages. You will be sent up to the moon. If you hit it at the right speed, it can absolutely trash your race, guys. So as we come over the line for the first time, guys, completing
a little bit of a wild one.
We are sat in second with 1.8 behind Ginger. Now, what I want to add to this, guys, is Too Fast is the championship leader going into this race. He is currently in 8th. Now, if he stays all the way back there, this is a very, very, very good result for the Dean S1 crew, guys. this corner always gives me butterflies. You never know.
A little bit of time here.
I never feel 100% going into that corner. I always feel like it is like a 75% chance you're going to get around. Also with the corkscrew, I mean, luckily we're in GR4s this season, so the power's not really there to spin it. And we're on TCS2, so we shouldn't really be spinning anyway. But in the GR3 cars, which you'll see in the Porsche 911 Cup on Friday, that this track is a handful. So as we come around the final bend to complete lap 2, we have closed that gap on Ginger, but we also have the URL Brody behind us. Now we know Brody's quick. Brody's he's a good lad, friend to the channel, and yeah, you can tell he's going to be an issue this weekend. So what I'm trying to do now is get myself ahead of Ginge and let Ginge slow down Brody. Now I'm not sure what Brody's car is, but I know it was absolutely rapid through these corners. So this bend here, we can normally take around 4th gear. If we can put one wheel to the right of the sausage and keep the other wheels to the left, obviously, and ride the curb with it, you can get a full speed through that, but it's not often you can do that. Depends on the angle you get in. Oh, Brody got a dodgy exit out of that corner there.
Right up his ass as we go through here.
We're going to be on the back end of Ginge coming out of the corkscrew. We already know that Ginge goes in super early braking, and that does put us on the back end of him. 400 tenths of a second behind. He is pulling away a little bit here. But he runs wide, which gives us the opportunity now to close that gap and maybe look at an overtake into the final bend here. As you see, we go out wide to get ready to get the cut back if we can, but he blocks it, so that's all good. We're now on him for the first corner, guys. So are we going to make the move down here, or are we going to decide to just go a couple laps behind him and then overtake a little bit later on? As you see, we're ready for that cut back there. As you see, he goes a bit wide on the corner, and we take first place. I think that's a beautiful move. We knew he was going to go defensive, which means normally going defensive means they're going to go out wide, which means you can take the inside line there. So that's some great racing there by Ginge and myself. Brody obviously gets past him as well, super quick, which is what we didn't want. So Ginger must have had a couple bad corners there. But now it's our race, guys. We have got to put the power down and try and get some distance between ourselves and Brody.
Oh, they're making mistakes.
Fantastic line through there. I absolutely love those corners after the corkscrew. Couldn't figure what the name was then. I just feel like they're super quick. But as we see, we're coming over the final corner for lap 4, and it looks like Brody has made a big mistake, because he's gone back down to 5th. And we can also see Too Fast and Drum Mac are both at 7th and 8th. So everyone seems to be struggling this weekend so far on round 4 of the Laguna Seca. Now that's great news to me, because obviously we know Too Fast is leading by about 6 or 7 points. Then we've got ourselves and we've got Drum Mac behind us. So with Drum Mac and Too Fast doing not too good on the first round by the look of it so far. I mean, they might pick it up.
That's what I want to see when I look up.
But there's definitely a massive gap between ourselves and that actual pack at back there. So we're going to pull up some points here, hopefully, unless we do something wrong. Now, who have we got chasing behind us? We've got Ginger. Now, this is the first time racing with Ginger, with him being next to us. Like, we've had him in the race with us, but he's never been battling me for the lead anyway. So we've not really raced much together. So as we come through the corkscrew here, we actually extend that time again up to 2.3 seconds, dropping back down to 2.1. So we know we're quicker than Ginge through the corkscrew. We know we're quicker than Ginge up that back straight. So that's where we've got to make that time up. Now we do know Ginge is quicker in that middle section to us. So, you know, he'll make a bit of time there, but we'll gain a bit of time over on that bit there, guys. Right, over the line for lap 6. Now, with 7 minutes left, we're probably looking at about 11 to 12 laps for this race. So we know we're about, well, just over halfway through this race here. What a great race it's been so far, with us leading it as well.
Have second lead.
So as we come up to the corkscrew, we take the wide entrance in. And that gives us a good run to run off the rubbers. As you can see there, belonging, you've got some contact with the car to the red and white curbs, you will not get a penalty, guys, okay? So I only learned that a few weeks ago, that actually is the case. So you can have 2 wheels in the dirt, but belonging, you got 2 wheels or 1 wheel on that red and white curb at any point the whole time through it, you're good. So we're learning that track through the corkscrew there. So as we go over the line here for lap 7 to start it, we have now got a 2.5 second lead over Ginger. And then if you look actually up at the top right corner, you can see there's a group of 3 or 4 cars, which has got to be about 6 or 7 seconds behind, which contains Too Fast, guys. So he is now going up through the positions, but is he has he left it too late to catch us up? So as we came over the line to complete lap 7, just looking at the lap times, we are on an average of 129s. So the last 4 laps have actually all been 129s. So we're consistently quick right now. With obviously our fastest lap being lap 3 at 128.5. But also noticing that's the fastest lap of the race. So we are running super, super hot right now. So there's not really much we can talk about. This is kind of just racing now. There's no cars around us nearby. As you can see, Ginge is about 3 seconds behind. 2.5 seconds as we make a slight mistake there. I would like the cars to be closer, but I mean, you know, racing's racing at the end of the day, guys. There's it's a small league right now for this one, League 3, but hopefully when we go into League 2, we will have full lobbies. And as you can see there, we make a huge mistake coming in. Just the back end slides out as we're braking. Now that puts us back up to that 1 second gap.
And we have to switch back on here. Not like it didn't want to turn them. all good, Pete? It's all good, lad? Yesterday was a crazy stream as well. Absolute crazy one. Logitech G29 did. I'm just going to focus up here, guys. This is going to be the last lap of the round 4. If we can bring over the dub.
As we come over the line to complete lap 9, just looking at the time, this is probably going to be the final lap. And we kind of worked that out already. So we're going to take a steady drive, guys. But we also got to keep on the pressure because we do have a 1.8 second gap by the look of it. So Ginge made a little bit of a mistake there. Giving us a little bit more of a leeway in time. Now, there's only 2 corners that can really affect this race right now, guys, and that is the fast left with the sausage on the bend and obviously the corkscrew, guys. Now, hopefully, we can get through this first bend here, which is going to be one of the issues. As we see, we take a break in line through there. We don't want to mess up. We look back to see if Ginge has made any mistakes. He hasn't. So we're coming up into the corkscrew for the final time of this race. Nice steady line through.
I can't help
Not the quickest line, but it is a good line.
During the championship race.
And as we're coming around these bends now, we're quickly looking. We've got 15 seconds left of the race.
To celebrate a victory, maybe, boys. 2 more corners.
You can see that gap is coming down from Ginge. He's closing on us, but we've only got 1 more bend left. The final bend here as we go into extra time. There you go. Final lap is now out. And we finish the first round, or round 4, sorry, of the Laguna Sega in first, with Ginger coming second in that WRX. Now that is a quick car.
Let's go.
And there's a few WRX.
If you want to catch up with all the other videos, guys, they're going to be on.
Right, okay, so here we go. Starting round 5 of the Btcc in pole position on racing medium tyres, guys. So we get a fantastic launch off. As you can see, it's a little bit later in the evening. We do have Ginger on our left side again, going down that left side. We know Lee Whip's there as well. So we're going to go out a little bit wider. Defend it as Lee Whip breaks off. As you can see in the radar, pushes a little bit wide, but it's all good. We've got the second place through corner 1, guys. So, let's see how round 5 goes today. Now, I'm not sure what tyres Ginger's on. He could potentially be on the racing super softs, or he could be on the racing mediums. But at some point this weekend, you do have to use the racing medium tyres, guys, okay? So we chose to do it on race 2 instead of the reverse grid on race 3. So we put a good move up the inside of Ginge there. Again, our tyres do take us a little bit wider than what we wanted to go. But we have it there. As you can see, they're battling behind us as well, which means it's going to give us the opportunity to extend this lead.
Muscled ourselves
So here we go, corkscrew. Lap 1. Racing medium tyres. How are we going to handle it? Very well. Good exit through there. Ginger's all over our back end right now, so we are going defensive.
Chat, what does the colour look like for you guys?
He must be on racing super softs. He's proper quick there.
I can't worry about that now.
And a little bit wide there. He does pick up a penalty though. By the look of it. Did I see a penalty there? I think I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. As you can see though, Too Fast is now in second. Right, coming down into bend 1 on lap 2. Not close enough for anyone to make a lunge, so we get a good line through there. Now we do know Too Fast is on the racing super softs. We also know Sleepless and Brody are both on racing super softs as well. So I think it was just me and Potts that put racing mediums on lap, or sorry, round 5.
Makes Too Fast to start defending. Someone attacking in there, Lee Whip.
So coming up into the corkscrew for the second time. Always nervous going into this bend, or this chicane. And we get a good exit out, 1.2 seconds ahead and losing time. So Too Fast is gaining on us with those quicker tyres. Good lines through here, coming up to the final bend. Now, okay, there's two ways you can take this bend. You can either take it out wide, come in and go out wide, or you can come in short and go in short. Now, there is an incident later on in this race, guys. I don't feel like it's an incident, but it's an incident nevertheless that did raise a few eyebrows. So we'll let you guys just watch and see how you think about it, guys. We could really do with Lee Whip putting some pressure on Too Fast here. Making Too Fast go defensive means we can extend that lead as we again go a little bit wide there than what we wanted to. Less than a second now on lap 3. So we know we can get 10 laps. 10 laps of race. So we definitely got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do so far. We take a good line through there as well. Very quick one. Wheels either side of the sausage. So as we come up again to the corkscrew, let's have a look how we come in. It's a good line, very, very close to getting a penalty. That is about as close as you can get to getting one without getting one. And as you can see here, we get a good line through, using that little bit of a runoff. Not much of a runoff there, but we still use it. As you can see, we run out wide every single time on that bend. We keep the same line. Keep the same line. Go in wide, come out wide. Get the quickest way through that bend. Same on this one here. Run wide, go in tight, come out tight. Or come out wide, sorry. As you can see there, that's probably the best line through it. Gives you the most amount of power to put down 75% through that bend. Make a big mistake there. Super slow through, and as you can see, he is 800 tenths of a second behind us now. He will be in the clean air slip very, very shortly going up this this back straight, I imagine. He's just chiseling away those tenths of a second off the time there. So as we come over the line to complete lap 4, we are 700 tenths a second ahead of Too Fast. With Sleepless and then Lee Whip bringing up the top 4 there. Now, I know Drum Mac is somewhere. He's probably at the back there. So that's again good for points. But obviously our championship rival is in second with us. Now we've really got to hold out Too Fast. We've got to keep him behind us.
Leading the second round is going to reverse grid on
as we're coming up to about halfway through the round, guys, round 5. We're holding out quite well. Tyres are doing okay. Again, they are the racing mediums, so they are not as quick as the other boys, and nor do they handle as well as the other boys right now. And as we can see, we are absolutely sliding all over this track with this this tyre compound. We get a good tight line through there. Very fast line. Now we know we're making a bit of time on Too Fast in that bit there, but he does get a good exit out as we come in to the final few corners. Run a little bit wide there. Just have a little look to see if anyone's going to be making a lunge up the inside or anyone's going to try and get the cut back on us. We're good. We run out as our normal line to come over the line to complete lap 5. Now, how far is Too Fast away from us? 700 temps. Now, normally about 600 temps, you're going to be in the slipstream, the clean air. He's not close enough, but he is almost there. So each lap he is knocking down time onto that. And as you see, he gets a fantastic entrance out of that, or exit out, and he is right up our backside now. Half a second. He is in that clean air. We're just over halfway through the race. We know the pressure's on as we run a little bit wide. Now he has got the potential to make a lunge up the inside here. We go a little bit defensive. As you can see, we go out wide. Now, let's have a look back. He is half a second, so he's not going to be able to make a move up this bit or to the corkscrew. Just a little bit too far back to make a move there. Now, Too Fast is very, very good on his overtakes and where he picks overtakes. So, I'm kind of, you know, if I wouldn't overtake there, I know Too Fast is not going to. So, I don't have to go super defensive or defensive at all. As you can see, we come through these final bends. We run out wide again, which is potentially going to put us under pressure on this final one. As you can see, he tucks up right behind us, as you can see in the bottom right. Now, is he going to be close enough to make the move on bend 1 as we come over for the lap 7, guys? As you can see, we are going defensive now. He is close enough to make that input. So we go full braking super early, which makes him slow down as well. We shut that front door there just on the inside line. Now, if he's got his nose up the inside there, we have to give it to him. However, he hadn't. So we have the opportunity to shut the door, which we do. Don't slow either of us down. And we get through those first 4 corners still in first. Now, this is getting interesting. Again, he is close enough to make a lunge, but we keep good speed through. We get late braking on it, and we're now going up the back straight. Now, there isn't an opportunity to overtake on this first bit. He knows that. As you can see, he eases off. But he can potentially get us going up to the corkscrew. Now, how do we take this line? He tucks in right behind us. As you can see, we late brake, which sends us off a little bit close here. Now, as you can see, he is up the inside on the left. No, he pulls out. Good racing there. Too Fast. Good racing. If he makes that move there, we're probably both off. I was literally seconds away from braking myself to avoid all that. So we get through on the final bend. And we are still in first. We've got 4.5 minutes left of this race. Can we hold off the Too Fast for you? As we go back in corner 1. As you see, we go full defensive mode there. Now he's going to try and get us on the cutback. We slow the car down. We shut the complete door of that inside. So that's good defending there. Good racing by Too Fast. Looking up the inside there, you can see, no, he's going to follow us through as we come round to bend 4. Now, this is where he's going to have an opportunity to get up that inside. As you can see, we shut the door on it. Then switch out late so we can get a good line through and a quick line. And that works for us. And as you can see, it's sleepless behind us now. So, Too Fast must have made a mistake somewhere. And as we go up onto the corkscrew, let's have a look how this goes. We take a normal line through. Now they're on the rear end of us. Good lines through there for both of us. Too Fast taking the same line through. So let's have a little look how this turns out as we come into the final bend. We have a little look back. We see him there. So we go defensive. Now, if we go defensive, he should be looking for the cutback. As you can see, we take our line through. He gets pushed a little bit wide there. Too Fast takes second.
Gotta let him have it. He's already halfway up the inside here.
Now, by the time we realised Too Fast was coming up our inside, we could not block it. We had to give him that room.
that was anyone other than Too Fast, I would have blocked it. But the fact that Too Fast is giving me so much racing room during the series, and I've done it back to him, I'll let him have it, you know what I mean?
The Sleepiness goes running way wide there. He went super quick into that corner. I'm glad he didn't catch the back end of us. That would have been both of us off. But as we see, we had to give away the position of first to our championship rival because he made a fantastic move on the inside. Now, I'm pretty sure I was probably working out or trying to work out what just happened, why this car was on my outside of that bend, which kind of stunned me because I didn't expect anyone to be there until I saw. Which then gave the opportunity for Too Fast to get up that inside part, and there's no way we could block that then. So as we come around to complete lap 9, we are going to be going on to the final lap now. In second, on race and mediums, against the championship rival Too Fast, guys. But he did have a bad finish on that round 4, so potentially this is very, very good for us if we can get past him right now and extend more further of a lead of the championship, guys. So here we go, final lap. We take it a bit wide there. That's the tyres for you. As he extends that 1.2, we know Sleepiness is 1.9 behind us as we make another huge mistake.
We got to remember, we are on the racing mediums. We are on the worst tyre out of these guys, I think, here up front. So we're going to be a very, very strong car next race.
Too Fast has gone wide. As you can see, he rides the dirt, but he rode it enough to not spin. He lost a little bit of time, but he didn't actually skid out. So he's lucky there. Well held. As you see, we get a good exit. Now, looking behind us, we're about second in front of Sleepiness. About 1.5 behind Too Fast, so it could potentially finish 1, 2 and 3 for the boys here. Let's have a quick look. He's not close enough to make any lunge up the inside, so we're not going to defend it as we ride the sausage. Good line out, and that is round 5.
Second on round 5
as a second position, guys. So let's get into round 6. Let's not hold it off much longer. And I hope you guys are enjoying the racing so far this
still puts
season.
Keeps us first in the championship, I believe. Right, here we go then. Round 6 of the Btcc championship. We are at the... Wow. We're 8th on the grid, reverse grid. We are on racing super softs. No one saw what Too Fast was on, did they, in chat? Did anyone see? I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the mediums.
Right, okay, so here we go. Round
we are
6.
From the back of the pack.
The Btcc starting at the back of the pack, so this is going to be an interesting race.
We are really good launch here.
So Brody with a very, very slow start there. So we get past Brody, putting it up into 6th. Now we're going to take the inside line into this corner and just easy brake it through. As you see, proper braking because we didn't want to take anyone out.
God, he didn't want to turn.
We're up into 5th now, so there you go. Thomas goes wide, lead whip. Oh, give him a little nudge there. I say little nudge, we nearly sent him to the moon. So here we go, coming around turn 4, we're into 4th. Thomas gets it a little bit sideways. So we're going to try and get past Thomas here, have a little look up the inside, defending actually more from Lee Whip there. So here we go, we're going to go up into dog corner as I call it from now on, because you end up in, or you should call it cat corner because we end up in the litter tray. But there you go, we're going to get through that quite nicely. We're going to come up into the corkscrew for the first time in round 6. As Ginge holds that fantastic. You see that back end kick out there? Thomas getting through as well nicely as we come through the final few corners in 4th.
Oh, what a beautiful sunset.
We get a good line out actually there to set Thomas up for the cutback. Let's have a look. Do we get him on the cutback? We do. Now we're side by side coming over the line for the first lap, guys. But we do have the inside corner now for this corner 1. So that's some good overtaking there. As we go out as wide as we can. We're not pushing him, but we are pushing him out a little bit further so that he can get a good line through, but we also get a good line.
Glad that Ginger's getting held up by Drum Mac here.
So as we see, Drum Mac and Ginger are now battling. That's going to give me the opportunity to catch up. We are on the racing softs, so picking racing softs for the final round is probably a good shout for us.
I need to defend this.
As we go defensive there from Thomas. Looks like he could potentially get us on the cutback. Did he have the speed out? He's staying out there though, so he's having a look. No, realises not a good time. Slips back in to 4th behind us as we ride that sausage. He probably rode it with us with the line through.
Right, chat, I'm going to have to focus up here, because if I can get this win here, extend the championship
now
points,
into corkscrew.
Fantastic.
Don't see Thomas coming up on the radar there, so we get a good line through. Now we're 2 seconds behind Ginger, so we need to put down some fast laps here.
Oh, he's going to be serving a penalty.
As Drum Mac picks up a penalty. So into the final corner.
Oh, it didn't break.
We go super wide there. Drum Mac now takes his penalty, which then gives us a 1.7 second gap between ourselves and second. Gives us the opportunity to catch some clean air on that back straight. Again, Thomas causing us troubles here. We know that Thomas is wanting to take back his 3rd position. So we are driving with the idea of driving defensive at the same time as trying to push on. We have to be fully aware that Tom is behind us and wanting to overtake, not work with us. Which I don't blame him. It's only a 15-minute race, so you know, in longer races sometimes you would work together. You know, bump draft each other up. I mean, this is not one of those tracks, but definitely you would work together and let the person know in front that you're not interested in overtaking. You want to catch up to the leaders, so let's put in some quick laps together. Right now, obviously, he's not wanting to do that, but it is only 10 minutes left of the race, so fully understanding wanting to overtake. But that is my idea of thinking that we have to be defensive here. Now, as we catch up with these boys in front, you can see there's 800 tenths of a second being in front and behind us. So we are closing the gap.
See, I'm using all the track here to run out. And I'm making up time on these pairs.
So here we go, into the final corner. We are now pretty quick into this. So as you see, we come out super wide, but we are into the clean air of the number, I don't know what number car he is, but of 2nd place Drum Mac. As he goes defensive. Now he shuts the door, we can't do it. I did give him a nudge there, and I'm going to ease off because I don't want to take the inside line to Drum Mac there, because it was quite a hard shunt, but that is because he was trying to defend that line there. So we give him a shunt, but then we'll leave him to have that position and get his car settled. As you see, he is super under pressure now.
See how you race under pressure here then, Drum?
We have to stop that car.
So if I make it look like I'm going to go up the inside, you'll play different. Cut back in just. We'll take a good line through. We've got a good run out. We're going to take up the inside.
What a fantastic move. As you can see, you can hear us talking about it. We sent Drum Mac into thinking we're going to go up the inside, put him off a little bit, so that he takes a different line to what he felt comfortable, and we get him on the undercut on the way out. That is some great racing. I'm sorry, Drum Mac. I love you, dude. So as we come into the final few corners, Ginge making a mistake there. We are now into 2nd, coming onto the final corner. What a great overtake. And as we were talking through it as well, I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. So, crossing the line for lap 4 into lap 5. We are now 1.4 seconds behind the leader of Ginge. He is having a fantastic weekend with this track. You can tell he's super strong on this track. Maybe Ginge is now pushing out into the championship, guys. Halfway through, with mid-season, he's now probably feeling a bit more comfortable. and we're seeing a lot more good racing from Ginger. So I'm excited to see how he turns out towards the end of the season. But as you can see, Drum Mac and Sleepless 3rd and 4th. But I'm looking now that Too Fast is back down in 8th. He is not having a great weekend so far. He did get the win, but he's had a few off-podium finishes. For champion leader, that's fantastic for me. As a friend, it's unfortunate, dude. But as you see, we ride the sausage there, get chucked out onto the rubbers. Now, can we get closer to Ginger in the corkscrew? No, we brake way too early. We slowed ourselves. That was a terrible corner from us. Ginge making another mistake on that final bend, or second to last bend. Now, as you can see, we had Drum Mac lunging up the inside. Then I didn't see that in the race, as a fly is flying around me there. But I've just noticed that he made that real lunge up the inside. Didn't notice that until then, though. So sorry, Drum Mac, if I did cut you off at all. Doesn't look like it affected anything really. You're super heavy on the brakes. Right, so here we go. Can we get close to Ginge on this lap? It has to be this lap now. We're just coming over the halfway mark of the race. Now, I'm pretty sure Ginge is going to be on racing mediums, unless he took them in the first race. So we are close enough. You can see the speed difference. He's definitely handling that car as the racing mediums by the look of it. So we're up his back end. Here we go. We brake early because we don't know his braking zone, as you can see there. I want to know their braking zone, otherwise I'll brake a little bit before my braking zone so I don't damage him or anything. So as you see, we get the outside line here. As he goes wide over that. Does he pick up a penalty? Don't think he does. No, he does. Okay, so that little defensive line did cost him a little bit there as we go into the second to last corner. We get a good run out. Now we're on the outside as he takes his penalty there. So I was ready to cut him on the cutback, but he decides to take his penalty there. So we'll take a normal line through. That's fantastic racing. As we've said multiple times during the season, you do have to scrap that penalty on the lap you receive it. And the boys are now, you know, starting to do that. So as you see, Ginge gives up the first place for that penalty there. That's unfortunate, but we did make him into making a mistake with the defensive line. So it's good racing. As you see, we come around corner 3. We're now 1.5 seconds ahead of our boy Ginger. Here we go, up into the corkscrew for the 7th time in round 6. Now we are 1.5 seconds ahead, 1.7, 1.8. So Ginge definitely made a mistake there. Sleepless, I feel, maybe got the overtake there, or was it a little bit before? But we are 2 seconds ahead now. Sleepless actually putting in a good few races in round 3, 4, and 5. I don't know why he finished in round 3, but I've seen them up in the top 4 in the last 2 races. So someone else to maybe keep your eyes out for the championship. But as we look down that table, Brody I thought was going to be super quick. He did put in one of the quickest times in the warm-up. He's down in 7th. You've got Too Fast, which is always up there. He's down in 8th as well. So some of the big boys are not turning up this weekend, so we're going to take full advantage of that as we come round bend 4 in lap 8. And as you look at that mini-map, everyone is clustered up, and we have just got an absolute massive lead now, 3.4 seconds. That's huge. For this track, that is a huge gap. So it does give us a little bit of leeway to maybe not go so quick into the corners. and maybe reserve a little bit of time as we come up into the corkscrew. Now, how are the Porsches going to handle on this? The Porsches, because we've got the 911 Porsche Cup on Friday, and that is also at the Laguna Seca track. Now, I can see that being an absolute shit show. So, coming around the final bend, going over the line to get into lap 9, which means this is going to be 2 laps left, so 10 laps. As we go over lap 9, there we go. It's not one of our quickest, but we are in the 129s consistently this weekend, as you can see. So we have been consistent during the 3 rounds here, round 4, 5 and 6. As we look back up there, up the starting straight, you can see some of the boys coming down. So we're trying to work out who's in 9th place. So we are easing it now. We're not full power through. You can see that time's just ticking away, 2.6 seconds ahead now. There's only going to be like 3 corners that we're actually safe on as we make a mistake. That is huge, that mistake. There you go. We've lost ourselves probably about a second through that. So now we don't have all the time in the world. We have to race again now, just because that silly little mistake we made there. Come on, boy. Don't get any penalties now. Penalty now would wreck the race for you. But we still got to be fast with Silvers and Ginge behind us. Right, so here we go. We're going to be coming over for the final lap now. We know this is the final lap. 124 left in the race. 129s is our lap. And yeah, so we are going to be defending like mad. But as you can see, the quickest lap of the race is by Sleepness of 129.126. With our lap being lap 3, our quickest 129.132. So that is like 0.0005 or 6, sorry, of a second quicker. Now that is close as it comes, guys. So we almost had a fastest lap on round 6 as well. As we come up to Cat Litter corner, how are we going to take it? 2.5 seconds ahead. We go super easy through that, tiptoeing around like a ballerina. Coming up to the corkscrew. It's a good entry point. Super slow. We go any slower, we parked up on there. There you go, down to 1.7 seconds of a lead now. With only 2 corners left. There's no worry there. We've got to bring this home unless we make a mistake, right? Are we going to get our second win of the weekend? And as you can see, we take the final corner and we're going to be finishing in first, guys. What a weekend. Woo! Let's go, boys. Second win of the night. Let's go. First, second, first. Absolutely extending that lead now in first on the championship, guys. What a fantastic weekend of racing, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the videos. And don't forget to check out round 1, 2 and 3 over on the YouTube channel as well, guys. A few videos prior to this. With that said, though, take care. Discord, guys, where we are sitting in the championship once it's all given to me and stuff. But I'm pretty sure we're in first, though. We've probably extended it by about 10. But let's go, guys.